Hello everyone, welcome back to It's Just Me, Just P. Y'all, it's been a minute. I literally just had to go look at when was the last time I did a video. In my head, it had only been like 3-4 months. The last time I posted a video was 8 months ago. At first, I actually want to really start off by saying thank you for all of you who have shown so much love and appreciation for the 3 videos that I have posted. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank all of you. So many of you DM'd me about your own struggles and your own journey and being vulnerable enough to share that with me. We talked. So I just really appreciate it. And that was genuinely the reason why I started this channel. Or like, I was like, I'm gonna get on YouTube, I'm gonna talk about it, because I felt like nobody else is talking about it and you feel like you're the only one who's struggling. So many of you reached out and had similar experiences as me. We're trying to figure out what the next step was. So I generally appreciate all of you for supporting, for sharing your story. And I can probably say, so like over like 70 or 80 of you private messaged me, and we like went back and forth, had heartfelt conversations. And I think I did a good job responding. Like I actually made that a priority. Like even if I had to study or something, I think the longest I ever took to respond to somebody was like 2 days, because I understand the significance of going through something that is so hard. Like what we were going through sometimes in medical school. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And I'm back. So let me tell you what happened, because I know y'all are gonna be like, where have you been? So like I said, I was like, I'm gonna create a YouTube channel because nobody's talking about people who are struggling. Nobody, you feel like that whole imposter syndrome. Everybody got to figure it out. And I was like, I most definitely don't have it figured out. I'm gonna create a YouTube channel. I'm gonna talk about it. You know how everybody says, it's so much easier after step 1. Where? Not for me, it has not been. So I think it's a different struggle. I think you have much less time to study in clinicals. I feel like you have so much more to do in clinicals. So basic sciences, all you had to do was be a student, right? And study for your exams, do well on your exams, pass the exams, move on to the next subject, the next chapter, the next exam. Clinical rotations is all of that and then some, right? So now you're still a student, but then you're technically working. Let me tell you, speaking of working, my brother said that's not called working because I don't get paid. And I was like, he's right though. So you're a student, you're working full shift, full schedule, sometimes beyond that. And it's a lot. And then you have so many other things to do. You're supposed to be doing research. You're supposed to have leadership positions. You've got to network. You've got to go to conferences. You got to go above and beyond all the time for so many things. So that's why I haven't made a YouTube video, because your girl has been hustling, okay? Don't think that I just been out here not caring about y'all, not living up to my word. But let me tell you, at some point, I was just like, listen, I'm not a social media influencer. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just, like I always say, this is why that's the name of my channel. It's just me, just be like, I'm just your regular everyday girl going through medical school. And I just wanted to connect and help other people who were like going through what I was going through. So where are we? This video is update clinical rotations. Where am I? Honestly, at one point I was like, some of them probably like, she probably not even in school no more. That's why she didn't make no video. No, I'm in school. I'm tired of being in school, but I'm in school. So I am on my second to last clinical rotation. I'm in internal medicine right now. I finished that December 15th. So my IM shelf exam is in 4 weeks. So that's why I got to get it together. I got to study. My first half of internal medicine, it was rough for so many different reasons. It was rough. You can probably hear a little bit in my voice still, because I was sick. The majority of the rotation, I was sick. Like when I tell you I was sick, I went to rounds, y'all, and I was throwing up in the hospital. Like we're doing rounds, I go into a patient room and I'm like, leave, go throw up, come back. I did that for like about an hour or 2, and then finally I got to go home. Then I recovered from that. I had a viral bug. It was going around, you know how it is. Fall, winter season's coming. Then I got strep throat. Y'all know how strep throat is. It hurts to breathe. It hurts to talk. You can't swallow. You can't. And then why are those Dayquil and NyQuil pills so big? Like, how am I supposed to swallow that if I have dysphagia? Listen, I thought I had adonophagia, and then I had to Google what the difference was between dysphagia and adonophagia. I was like, I should probably know that for step 2. So then I had strep throat, right? So I had that for like 3-4 days. Then I started having ear pain, y'all. So I'm on my internal medicine rotation, like I said, and he checks me out, my attending that I was with, and he's like, oh yeah, you have an ear infection. There's fluid in the right ear. You know, it's all connected, blah, blah, blah. Then he starts pimping me on my condition. He starts pimping me about strep throat, what are the most common bugs, all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, I'm sick. This is how you gonna do me? You gonna pimp me on my condition? Strep throat, then I had an ear infection in the right ear. And then I had laryngitis for 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks I had laryngitis. Let me tell you about the laryngitis. I think that was my first time having it. I had no voice. Like I literally sounded like, this is how I sounded. Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm a 3rd-year medical. Like that's how I sounded, and the voice would cut off. I still went to rotation every single day from 5 a.m. to 6, sometimes 6:45 p.m. Monday through Friday with the laryngitis. I would walk into a patient's room and introduce myself like I just said, and they could not hear me. So I had to repeat. My throat was on fire. I had a fever, and no, this man did not give me no days off. I still had to go in with this laryngitis. And then the weather started changing. So for those of you who don't know, I'm from the South. I don't do this cold that I'm in right now. The like waking up, it's already waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be at your rotation at 5 a.m. is already, that's strong, that's stiff. Doing that while you've been sick already for 2-3 weeks between the viral bug, the strep throat, the ear infection, the laryngitis, just took it to a whole new level. Doing that at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 41, 42 degrees in the morning. I was like, take me out. I was like, Lord Jesus, take me out. Like this is not for me. Like I can't do it. I'm getting better, but I feel like I still have lingering like strep symptoms. Like my throat hurts on and off. You know, it's so dry, and then it randomly starts hurting. Those cough drops are not doing nothing for me. Mucinex is not doing nothing for me. Tea and lemon and all that stuff that you're supposed to be doing, it's not doing anything for me. So I just gotta go through it. And get done. But so that's what I've been up to. Favorite rotation, obviously. So this is my second last rotation, right? So I'm on rotation number 5. My first rotation was pediatrics. My second rotation was psychiatry. Then I did family medicine. Then I had an amazing summer because I'm biased. Y'all know I want to go into surgery. I had my surgery rotation. I had an amazing preceptor. I love him. Like I had so much fun. He taught me so much. We're going to talk about that surgery rotation after though. So I did surgery. Now I'm in internal medicine. That's rotation number 5. And then, so right now I'm specifically in a nephrology rotation. Love the preceptor that I'm with. I was so excited to walk in and to see, I love having like female preceptors too, because I feel like there's so much you can learn from them. Not just the medicine, but also the business aspect, the life aspect, the personal life. And all the female preceptors that I've had have been so amazing in connecting with me and sharing their experiences, mentoring me, giving me advice, the work-life balance, being a mom, being a wife. So like I really enjoy having those conversations with my female preceptors. So this is rotation 5, internal medicine. I finished December 15th, and we go on the holiday break. And I come back and your girl's gonna be done with 3rd year. I just got 6 weeks of OB-GYN, and I'm looking forward to OB-GYN because I feel like it's very hands-on, you know, surgical aspect to it. I'm really looking forward to delivering. I really am looking forward to it. Look at me stuttering, but I'm not gonna redo this clip. Y'all gonna have to keep this. And then I'm gonna be done with that February 9th, and then on to step 2. Studying. So that's where I've been completing these rotations. Yes, I'm still in school. Y'all don't shade me because you're not probably even in medical school. I'm still in school. I'm out here doing the thing. I actually, because I was like, let me tell you how I got this video started actually. So I went to rotation this morning, nephrology, and I get there and one of the nurses came to me and she was like, oh baby, they didn't tell you your preceptor is not here today. And I was like, you know, you're trying to be a good student. So I was trying to hide my, like, because I was smiling. Listen, I was like, but then you have to conjure. I was like, oh no, okay. And she was like, do you want to go with another preceptor? And then I was like, no. And she's really nice, this nurse. And I was like, come back over here. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to study because my to-do list. Y'all, my to-do list. We're going to talk about the to-do list. But let me just tell y'all, this to-do list, it don't get shorter, it get longer. Like how does the to-do list every single day get longer? You would think that I'm doing nothing with my life. Like I'm sitting here grinding, Monday through Sunday, no days off, for real. Like you can't take days off, right? And that list, it's starting to become like Santa Claus list. Like that list is, it's long. I got sticky notes everywhere. I got notes in my phone. I have emails to respond to, but we gonna talk about the to-do list. We gonna talk about that to-do list. So that's where I've been. School's going well. I've gotten very good, very, very good evaluations from my preceptors. The shelf exams have been going pretty well. Some of them have been disrespecting me though. You know, I'm always keeping it 100 with you guys about like I'm not gonna come out here and be like, now granted, see, here's the thing that I've been really working on in my head. I feel like because I like joke around and I'm like, I'll be like, oh, I thought something was difficult. Listen, your girl's not on the struggle bus no more. Like, she has elevated. Okay, I have elevated. I have been doing well. I've been doing really well. Okay, I won't share scores. I'm not one of those people, but I've been doing well, y'all. I've been doing well. I've been doing well. I've been out here. Listen, I was about to say something, I don't know if that's appropriate. I was about to, you know, that line is, sweetie. I'm a whole brand new bussin'. That's me. That's me. That's me right now. So it's going well. It's really going well. I was actually just thinking, today's November 14th, and I was like, it's crazy how time can change in just a year for you. So last year at this time, I took my step one December 13, 2022, right? So literally 11 months ago. Yes, 11 months ago. Look at me doing math. You know, we don't do math in medical school except for that biostat section. You know, you just got to sometimes take an L in that section. So just 11 months ago, I was still like, I don't even know if I can pass this step one. I didn't believe in myself. I was struggling so much, hence why I started sharing my story, my journey. But I did get through it. If you haven't seen that video, you can see my first video where I talk about my struggle. And then the third video is where I share the good news of me passing the step one exam. So that was literally just 11 months ago. So my tidbit that I want to share with all of y'all is don't give up. So many of you, we've talked about y'all being in the same position that I was in literally just 11 months ago. And look at me now, I'm thriving, I'm happy, I feel successful, I feel like I'm on the path to where I want to be. So don't give up. Because if you had told me 11 months ago, I would be 90% done with core rotations, that I would have received the phenomenal shelf scores, the amazing evaluations from my preceptors, the connections that I've made, the level up. If y'all had told me what the level up was gonna be, I would have told you to get out my face, stop wasting my time, because I don't even think I got it in me to walk into the Prometric Center to take step one, let alone you sitting over here trying to fake gaslight me into thinking that I'm gonna be where I'm at today. So keep going. Like, your life can change. In a year, you could be in a completely different place than where you are right now. So if you're still studying for step one, if you're studying for step two, you're struggling, if you're studying for the MCAT, if y'all are just here to just kick it with me, just know whatever it is in life that you're going through right now, and you think you can't get out of it and you're always gonna be in that position forever, that's not true. It could change. It could change generally, and I mean that, like it could change. So let's talk about clinicals, third year. Everybody says, oh, after step one, it gets so much easier. We already discussed my opinions on that. Y'all could maybe feel different. It does not get easier. You have more to do, okay? So I want to match into surgery. I have made the decision, as of now, but I'm going to stick to it, that I'm only applying to surgery, okay? I'm only going to apply plastics, general surgery, integrative general surgery, and plastic surgery. And I will apply to prelim positions as well. That's gonna be my plan. That's gonna make me work, which is why I've had the intensity that I've had for the last year. Like, I gotta be about it because that's what my plan is, that's what my goal is. So that's what I've been doing. So right now I'm actually in the phase of planning my fourth year elective schedules. I've been having meetings with my clinical team. I would love to do plastic surgery and general surgery rotations. So I've been reaching out to programs, making sure, because I am an IMG, I do have different obstacles and barriers than say some other people. So I just have to contact those programs. Am I allowed to even come here? Could y'all make an exception for me? This is what my CV is. This is what I've done in the plastics world. These are the connections I do have. This is my passion. This is what I'm willing to do. And it's been going well. People have been very receptive to me. I have made phenomenal connections and networking throughout this past year. I told you I've been hustling, so don't think I wasn't doing this YouTube and I don't forgot about you. I've been hustling. I do need to share more of my journey. But let me tell you what it was. So when I started, I was like, I'm gonna share my journey, clinicals, step 1, all this stuff. But here's the thing with medicine, HIPAA, right? And also, so HIPAA, let's do HIPAA first. Like, I cannot film, take photographs while I'm at rotations. Like, you just can't do that. I don't want to be that person doing that. And again, like I say this all the time, I'm a medical student, I'm not a YouTuber, right? Like, this is no shade. Listen, I don't want people coming for me. I feel like we live in a world now, you say anything, people are ready to jump down your throat and correct you and call you out for what you said. I'm not like a YouTuber in the sense where I'm going to Target and I'm showing y'all like skincare and like hair care and all those things. I can just carry the camera with me into the, like, you just can't do that. And I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to ask my preceptors. So I told y'all, I got amazing letters. I'm not going to come out here acting stupid now for y'all. So it's really hard to film and take, like, you really can't do all of that stuff. HIPAA, number 1. Number 2, you don't want to come off as not serious to your preceptor either. Again, I'm a medical student. I'm not a social media influencer. I'm not a blogger. It's just me, just feel like I'm just a girl through medical school who wanted to share my journey and help other people that I know are going through the same thing as me. And I don't really see that out here, people talking about that stuff. So the whole vlogging and stuff, it just got hard. And then I got busy with school, studying for the shelf exams, trying to do extremely well on my rotations, preparing for rotations, studying up on what your preceptors want you to do, articles, all that, conferences. So like I said, I thought it'd been 3 months since I spoke to y'all in May. Like, I thought I spoke to y'all just a little bit ago. So that's that. So been planning for electives. Your girl is into research now. So I've been looking for positions in places. I've applied for so many different things. I've gone case reports. So that's definitely a way you can go about it. I've got case reports that I need to do, hence the to-do list. This to-do list is like this. So I got case reports. I'm doing my own research project with a cosmetic surgeon. I'm extremely happy about this. I'm in a research course because I never did research. Okay? Like, I did like the little fake research in undergrad when I was in the lab. And let me tell you, I think that's why I didn't like research, because I thought that was the only thing that research was, right? I thought research is in the lab, you here with the little microscope, doing things that I don't even understand. Y'all remember like chemistry, those best fit lines, my lines, like there was no line. The plots were like this. So I had to look over at the other person's paper and be like, what was your data? Can you share it with me? Because mine is horrendous. I cannot submit this, if not, I'm gonna get kicked out. So I thought that was what research was, which is why I was never interested then. And I was like, research is not for me. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. But when you do research and what you're passionate about, plastics, cosmetic, aesthetics, wound healing, is exciting to me. So I'm in the process again, IRB approval, working with a cosmetic surgeon, going in to see cosmetic procedures, which triggers another thought. So not only am I doing just my rotations, like I say, just, it's not just. So I'm doing my regular rotations through my school that are like mandatory things that I have to do. But then I'm still shadowing a plastic surgeon whenever I'm like let out early or there's days off or like that attending has to go somewhere. I'm still going into the cosmetic surgeon to see procedures, collect my data. I'm telling y'all, I've been hustling, I'm a hustler, okay? So forgive me for not being here for so long. My voice is giving out, that's why the volume's like this. So I've been doing that. So research, elective planning. I've been planning conferences I'm going to. I'm very excited. I have a lot of conferences and opportunities in plastics I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna try to document and, record those for y'all and post these. As I enter my step 2 dedicated phase, I will try to make videos and show you what my days are like. I actually met with my step tutor Saturday. You want to get ahead of the game because I'm not going to repeat what happened to me on CBSC in step 1, right? We're not going through that ever again. So now that I know what works for me, I'm going to use the same tutor. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get ahead of the game earlier. Now that I know what works for me, I'm going to start doing it. Hence why I'm not even done with course until February 9th. Your girl's already step 2 planning and studying to step 2 study, got her tutor, got the schedule. We out here, we doing it. We're doing it. What else do I gotta catch y'all up on? All right, so surgery. Let's go back to talk about surgery. My surgery rotation was amazing. Like, I was looking forward to it. So surgery was my 4th rotation, right? So I did that over the summer. I just was like, every time I was in rotation, I was like, I can't wait to get to surgery. I want to get back to surgery, y'all. Like, I wish I could do just only surgery, but that's all right. That's what my 4th year is going to be. Loved it. So at my school for surgery, you do subspecialty and then you do general surgery. So my subspecialty, I originally was scheduled for urology, but then I contacted my school clinical coordinator and I asked if I could be placed in orthopedic surgery. So I did orthopedic surgery because I had a feeling that I would have a lot of hands-on experience, and I just want a lot of hands-on OR experiencing, like on the patient. I want to be suturing, I want to be cutting. And so I felt like I could better do that in ortho than possibly urology, and I was right. It was very hands-on. My preceptor was tough. Listen, he was tough. He was so tough that I was scared to open my evaluation. So I told you I got really good evaluation. So at that point, I had already completed 3 rotations. I go into surgery. I didn't open the evaluation that he sent me for 2 whole weeks because I was like, this man failed me. So he has like Navy experience. He was in the Navy. That's where he did his medical school training through the Navy. So he's like, he would pimp me so hard. So let me tell you. So another friend of mine had this same preceptor and she was like, oh, he's chill and stuff. He's nice, this and that. I even texted her once and I was like, you sure you have the same preceptor as me? But I've later realized because I wanted to go into surgery and my friend doesn't want to go into surgery and had communicated that with him, so he was more relaxed with her. But I thoroughly enjoyed this, right? Because I definitely became better for it. I had so much OR experience. It was in a small town here where I'm stationed. So I got the opportunity to scrub in every single procedure. I got to do hands-on stuff. Listen, I'm gonna say humble, but like I impressed him. He would let me do things. There was one moment, like I literally started crying after when I walked out. He sat on the stool and like gave me like a couple of instructions of like things to do. And I was doing it and I got to suture and close up. And I was like, dang, like I really did that. Like he trusts me. So again, so he's drilling me, pimping me. We're at the sink scrubbing in. He's asking me questions. And he's the type, he asks you a question, you answer it, and then he just keep asking you until he gets you, right? Until you don't know the answer. And I would be studying, reading. I would come home, study, read up for the next case. Because I was like, again, I want to go into surgery. I want to impress. I want to do so well on this surgery rotation. So I was hustling. And then he would get me a little tight, though. I'm not gonna lie. He would get me a little tight because, so we're at the sink scrubbing in. He would ask me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. And finally, he would get me. I wouldn't know something. But it was something that was generally not taught. Like, that's like residency level. And he knew that. But he would try to play me like I should know that as somebody who's going into surgery. And then he would hit me with, that's basic information. You know, back in my day, if you didn't know this, you would be sent to the library and you wouldn't be able to scrub in. And in my head, I'd be like, but what about the 9 things that I know you were impressed on? Because sometimes I would catch him. Like, I could see he would be like, oh, she knew that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's not basic knowledge. That was me going above and beyond. That's why I knew that, you know? So he was tough, right? And I was like, yo, this gonna be my first, like, he's gonna just pass me. Like, he's gonna pass me. He's gonna ruin my streak of, like, honoring. He's gonna just pass me. I opened my eval, the comments he wrote, like, I was just like, oh my goodness, you know. And so we had a conversation after, and again, he told me what I figured, because I do come from an athletic background. You know, when somebody sees something in you, they're harder on you than they are on other people. And of course, I realized that throughout the rotation. And at one point, listen, I got yelled at in the OR, and I promise y'all it was not my fault. I definitely got yelled at in the OR. And the other nurses were like, oh my goodness, are you okay? We thought you were gonna start crying. He could be really rough. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry. Like, you know, I'm for sure not gonna cry. He got me mad, but I wasn't like about to cry. He got me mad, but you know, you don't ever say nothing. And I knew that he was frustrated because of the procedure, you know, wasn't going to plan. So I knew that, and he definitely took it out on me. But I know that that's how things are gonna be. Listen, I watch Grey's Anatomy. I know they get a little snippy in the OR. I come from athletic background. I've had coaches get up in my face, nose to nose, beyond me for something that I didn't even do. But I just took it, right? But it was worth it because that eval was good. It was so good. Experience was amazing. So that was good. Then general surgery. Let me tell y'all about my general surgery. Literally one of, like, I really like my nephrologist that I'm with right now. My general surgeon. That's love him. I had amazing experience. I got to do 24-hour shifts. I got to do 16-hour shifts. I got to do trauma at a level 1 center. It was just so good. It was so good. Again, to show you the hustle. I'm still doing that right now, even though I'm in internal medicine, coming, doing all that, because I just love to be in the OR. I love surgery. I like the way I see it, again, because I'm an athlete, well, was an athlete, because I ain't on no team. I just go to the gym to try to, stay right. I don't forget what I was saying. Okay, I remember what I was saying. Listen, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm still recovering. So for, the brain fog. I've been doing this in front of preceptors. They ask me questions and I'm like this. Like easy level 1 questions I should be getting. Sometimes you're just tired and they know that I don't know. And once I even just started busting out laughing. I was like, listen, don't pick me after 2 o'clock in the morning. Those answers are gonna be crazy. It's gonna affect my eval. It's gonna affect your perception of me. Don't ask me questions after 2 a.m. Between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. Just, don't evaluate me on that. But what I was saying is the way I see surgery being in the OR relates to my background of being an athlete. I feel like you got to be in the gym, right? You got to be in the OR. You got to be at it. You got to practice. And so that's why I will go above and beyond for surgery, because there's so much to learn in the OR, academically, skills-wise, life-wise, just knowledge. It's literally like a sport. It's an art. The more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. And so that's why I was like, I want more. Schedule me for more, which leads into this next segment. So I told my attending, I was like, I want you to treat me like your PGY1s, right? Because I had it over the summer, so they just got their new PGY1s in July. He looked at me, such as we have a good relationship. He said, are you sure? Me with my whole chest, I was like, yeah, I want to be treated like a PGY1. Like I want to have an experience like the residents. He said, okay. He said, meet me tonight. So we had regular rotation. So all this stuff is not part of the regular general surgery. Because I want to go into surgery, I was like, I want to go above and beyond. I want to do the trauma. I want to do the 24 hours, the 16-hour shifts with the residents and all that. So he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right. So we do our regular rotation in the morning. And he's like, all right, so meet me at 7 p.m. I'm on call tonight. I was like, yeah. I was excited. Y'all, why did I pass out at 2 o'clock in the morning on the chief resident in the surgical ICU as he was doing a sterile procedure? I'm not even joking. So we were in there. So at that point, I told you the hustle, right? All week, been hustling, been doing things. So I was already tired, but I love it. It's I was tired, but my entire surgery rotation, I was waking up before my alarm. I want to learn, I want to go. I was so happy to be in it. So at that point, I think it was 2 in the morning, a little bit before 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got there at 6:40 p.m. But this program, you run level 1 trauma night Friday night, right? So the traumas are coming in. They cover trauma, emergency department, general surgery, surgical ICU, pediatric ICU, transfers from hospitals. So I'm with the chief resident that night. And I'm running up and down the hallway doing what he's doing. We go to trauma, we go in the OR. He's literally in the OR. He's getting paged that he got to go back down. A trauma's coming in. We're doing all of this. We're doing all this. Now, 2 o'clock in the morning, we go into the surgical ICU. He got to do a sterile procedure. He's by the bedside. I'm gloved in. I'm helping him do things and stuff. I hadn't drank or eaten since the day before for dinner. I literally forgot. I just woke up. That's a lie. I had water that morning with some IV liquid in it. And then I wasn't hungry. I was rushing, just went. So I'm over 24 hours of not eating. So I was 32-ish, 35 hours not eating, doing all this, running around, literally running. Listen, I'm only 5'2". So when other people are taller than me are speed walking, I am jogging or running. Now, put that's the chief resident and he's getting paged left and right. He's running, so I'm sprinting like Usain Bolt behind him. So now we in the surgical ICU, I started feeling lightheaded. I was like, oh Lord, And then I was like, oh, I'm starting to sweat. I have my Apple Watch on, I could see it. So I went like this to move it using my sleeve so I could see. My watch started vibrating, abnormal heart rate detected. I'm looking at it, So I'm just standing, holding something, heart rate 108, 116. Y'all, it went up to 154 beats per minute. And I was really feeling my head. I started sweating. All I remember is I said to him, so he's right next to me, right? And he's trying to do something, insert a line, and I'm sitting there and I was like, I don't feel, and that was it. The sentence didn't finish. I woke up a couple minutes later in the patient's ICU room, and I'm laying on the couch. And then the third year resident who was with me takes off my mask, and then I see the chief resident come back and he has orange juice and Starbucks candy, and he's like, here, have this. And so at first they were like, are you okay? His pager's going off again. I told you this hospital's so busy. Friday night, level 1 center. So they're buzzing him. A trauma came in, and your girl's out here talking about she passed out. Passed out. What kind of impression is that? Passed out. Passed out straight up. And I said, let's go. He's like, no, it's okay. Are you okay? He was so nice about it. He and the PGY3 I was with, they were so nice about it. And I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. They were really nice though. So then he jokingly was like, you know, you could have just told me if you needed a break. But it came on to me out of nowhere. Like, it really hit me, like, that fatigue. And I guess I just had low blood sugar. I hadn't eaten, hadn't drank anything really, hadn't, like, since the day before, like I explained to y'all. And then he said, welcome to general surgery residency. You say you want to be treated like a resident? I was like, careful what you wish for in life. Careful what you wish for in life. I still loved it. I still go back. And now we joke around all the time. He says, you gonna pass out on me today? And I'm like, no, sir. You're gonna have to keep it with me today, okay? So that was general surgery rotation, my surgery rotation. Loved it. And like, what makes me so happy is like it further solidified to me. I was already 110% solidified that I'm doing surgery. I wanna do plastic surgery. If I have the blessing of getting into plastic surgery, amazing. If I go through general surgery, then plastic surgery, just as amazing. But I was just so happy to have that feeling in my heart and to see my enthusiasm despite how tired I was, to see myself wake up before my alarm every single day for 3 months, 12 weeks, general surgery. I was like, it felt good. It felt like everything was worth it. Getting through the step 1, the CBSE, the basic sciences, COVID, all of that. Like, I was like, this is for me. Like, this right here, you know, I know there's going to be obstacles. I know matching into general surgery or plastic surgery, I would be so thankful for prelim, genuinely, and I say that to everybody. Prelim general surgery, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, because that's what makes me happy. That's where my heart is. And like I said in one of my Instagram posts, like, it's surgery or bust for me. So I better sit down and get right for step 2. My tutor, I already told him, I was like, you got to make me get that score. I'm going to do whatever you tell me, the same way I did for step 1, so that we got that first time piece, so that I can still be in contention. I got to do this for surgery. All right, I feel like I've been talking for a long time. My throat's starting to give out. I need to get to the library. I need to study. I really have to use this day off to full potential. I got an Anki, I got a UWorld. I'm gonna make more videos, I really am. I'm gonna try to even shoot this weekend and post in a couple of weeks and keep y'all more up to date. I'm gonna do better. Thank you for watching. It's Just Me, Just P. I feel like I shared a lot. I think that was a good little where am I life update video. I'm gonna keep posting, I'm gonna do better. I'm going to share my step 2 process. I'm gonna document my conferences, my networking. So if you haven't subscribed, if you like this channel, if you think somebody that you know needs to see this, you know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. My Instagram, see, and that's another thing. Let me tell you another problem with this whole social media stuff. I'm not good with technology. So I always have to learn how to do little things, but I'm getting better. So I'm gonna figure out how to tag my Instagram so y'all can reach out to me if you wanna conversate with me the way other people have. I'm really good, like I pride myself in being really good at responding to people, because I really respect and appreciate you all being vulnerable with me. So like, I can't just leave y'all on red for weeks, months. I gotta like, I'll literally be studying and doing a URL block, and I see a notification, like I see a paragraph from somebody, and I'm like, all right, when I'm done with this block, I gotta answer this person. So if you wanna talk to me, you wanna reach out to me, if you like this, if you think I'm your girl, then go ahead and join the crew. And thank you so much for supporting me, for loving these videos. I really appreciate it. Like, I can't believe almost 6,000 of y'all watched my first video. And that's what shows me like this needed to be done, because obviously so many people related to it, and you know, the underdog story. So I'm happy to be representing us underdogs. You are representing the underdogs. We are not underdogs, okay? Not everybody can recognize our potential. We didn't know our own potential sometimes, but now we got it. We, you know, like my dad says, we paddling the boat, we going up the creek. The level up is here, the level up is real, and bye. So if you like this video, go ahead and like it, subscribe to my channel. Again, I will be doing better and posting more. Go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'm going to tag my Instagram below. I'm going to figure out how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Share with your friends, and thank you for watching. It's just me, Jess P. See you next time.